Hey there, John Opinion Sports. So, training camp, preseason. It's a time where lesser known players can emerge and make the team. Where dreams are made and dreams are crushed. As fans, some of us have those certain underdog players we pull for. Most times, it never happens. But when it does, it can be amazing and even inspirational. To me, the best stories in the NFL are the underdog stories. Victor Cruz instantly comes to mind. There's definitely a few underdogs on this year's roster, and I think there's a decent chance a couple of these guys emerge to make the roster. There's also another kind of emerging to me. There's the middle of the road players, or basically depth guys. And when them kind of players emerge, stars can be born. It's tough not being in camp to have a better idea, watching guys in person. So from an outside perspective, I'm throwing in my 2 cents. First player I want to talk about is David Sills. I think there's a decent chance Sills can make the final 53. He's got a couple advantages over the average wide receiver. First is his size. 6 foot 3 inches, 211 pounds. He is prototypical, perfect size for an outside wide receiver. Not only do I think Sills can be a great jump ball receiver, but he's shown that he's a skilled route runner as well. I've been a fan of his game since 2017 when he was at West Virginia. And honestly, I found him just randomly clicking through games on Saturday. So you could tell he was a special player, from the first game you watch him play. I still don't understand how Sills was never drafted. I know he was new to the wide receiver position, but come on. Being a former quarterback is, to me, in my opinion, is an advantage. More knowledge of what the defense is doing isn't a bad thing. And we've seen a ton of these wide receivers who used to be quarterbacks. Sills was going to win a roster spot last season before he got injured. It was one of the most disappointing moments for me last season. I honestly believe he could have helped greatly. This year they added Kenny Galladay, Kadarius Toney. There's also John Ross and Dante Pettis, who Sills is going to have to beat out. That's tough. I still believe in his talent, and if he's improved against the press and shows up faster, stronger, he can do it, I believe. If Sills doesn't make the cut, I hope someone picks him up and gives him a shot, honestly. I believe he's an NFL quality player. Another player that I think can emerge this season is Julian Love. Now, Julian is cemented on the roster, but only as a depth guy. He may be ready for the next level. He's proven to me personally that he's a straight-up football player. Now, he's had up and downs. It's understandable, though, as he went from outside corner Notre Dame to box safety his first season with the Giants. So I thought Julian played very well in the Betcher defense, well enough to garner some hype going into last season. You could say he was a bit of a letdown, and I wouldn't argue with you. But I do think he showed consistency, in the run defense. And he had much better numbers, this last season. He almost doubled up his tackles from, his rookie season. So, had a nice interception in Chicago on a tip pass. It's just nice to see young guys make plays, There was a really low moment when Julian made an egregious mistake and blew a coverage against the Rams, which turned into the game-losing touchdown. It was rough. I thought that was a W for sure, that game. Julian Love has the talent. He has the intelligence. He's a football player. Given the opportunity, I think he can emerge. Whether it happens is up to the football gods. He's got my vote of confidence, though. I had to think hard about the next guy. I thought of guys like Cam Brown, Ellerson Smith, Carter Coughlin, Devontae Booker. I decided to go with Tay Crowder. Pick 255, mystery relevant. Like David Sills, Crowder is going to have a lot more competition this season. Reggie Ragland, Todd Davis, Carter Coughlin, and I think I heard Joe Judge say Lorenzo Carter might play some middle linebacker as well. Now, Crowder didn't play in many games last season, but when he was on the field, he made an instant impact. His first start, I believe, was the game where he had that 43-yard touchdown. He ran it in basically to beat the Washington team. Another game that sticks out to me was that Seattle game. Tay had a sack, was playing really well. When he's on the field, he just flashes to me. I like his athleticism, and he looks like he's bulked up some as well this year, so that should help. If Crowder wants to win that middle linebacker 2 spot, there's going to have to be improvement. He had a high missed tackle rate of 16% last season. That's not good. That's not good enough. It's got to get better. For a rookie, he showed great patience and earned the trust of teammate Blake Martinez. That's pretty good for the last pick of the draft. I think if Tay Crowder comes in here and improves his pass coverage, stays healthy, he'll win that middle linebacker 2 spot. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Crowder last season, and if he keeps working, he could be a really special player, especially for where he was taken in the draft. Anyways, that's it for me. Now it's your turn. If there's a player or two that you think will emerge this season, let me know in the comments. Like up this video. Don't be tough to get. If you're new to the channel, sub me up. Give me a shot. Anyways, everybody, stay safe out there. Peace.